Good day, good people. This week we mourn Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. As at any death, it'll take time for us to come to terms with the consequences of our sad loss. We might console ourselves that she was full of years, much loved, and still able to contribute to the life of our nation, even up to 2 days before she died, presiding over the resignation and appointment of the Prime Minister. What we have noticed in the past few days, as with any bereavement, is that whilst the world ostensibly remains the same, in practice everything changes. Those who have lost someone they love will know this from their own experience. Another consequence of the Queen's death is that it calls to mind all the other deaths of loved ones whom we mourn, and so I have an idea that the whole nation is experiencing grief, either sensing the loss of our head of state or being reminded of their own personal losses. Added to this are the much smaller group of people who have suffered bereavement at this very time. And in particular from our church fellowship, the death of Alan Sidney Wilmot has been a sad blow. Alan bore his final illness with courage and dignity and died with Sheila at his side. We extend our heartfelt sympathy and offer our sincerest prayers to Sheila and to her children, Alison, Hilary and Howard. Alan was loved and respected by all of us here at St. Francis Church, and his death adds grief upon grief at this time. Of course, for the Queen and by his own testimony for King Charles, the Christian faith provides us with hope in spite of the pain of separation. This hope is what gives us courage and resilience that we need to live to the best of the capacity planted in us by God, who created us, breathed life into us, and who reaches out to receive us in tranquility and peace at the end. This is the faith which Alan also shared, and it's the source of our good news for all people. Alan's funeral will be a Eucharist at 10:30 a.m. on Monday the 26th of September, followed by refreshments in the church hall, and everyone in the church family is most welcome to join us. Of course, as the nation mourns, we prepare for the Queen's funeral on this coming Monday, and I've been invited to attend the civic service at the cathedral on Sunday, where I will represent our parish. The service will be at 4 p.m, and it will be open to the public, but it would be best to get there early if you would like to get yourself a seat. In addition, there will be an ecumenical deanery service in St. Gabriel's at Heaton, also at 4 p.m. on Sunday. This means that we have decided not to hold a service at St. Francis as well. And because of the timing of both the cathedral and the local service, we will also cancel this week's Zoom evening prayer. Meanwhile, you are also warmly invited to Rachel and Alex's wedding here in church on Saturday, tomorrow, the 17th of September at 1 p.m. Rachel is our treasurer, and she would be delighted to welcome as many folk as possible to help celebrate her wedding day. So please don't be shy. It's an excellent opportunity to celebrate God's great gift of love. And although the weekend is surrounded by our communal grief, I know also that the Queen was a symbol of fidelity and service, which are the key components of a happy marriage. And there's a further opportunity to fulfill our civic duty on Sunday morning, when we will hold our Harvest Festival, our annual celebration of all God's gifts in creation. And everyone is invited to bring food, dried, tinned or fresh produce, which will be given to the People's Kitchen, which provides daily hot meals to people in our city who otherwise struggle to feed themselves and their families. As we celebrate the Queen's long reign of duty and virtue, this seems all the more appropriate as we prepare to lay Her Majesty to rest. May she and Alan and all the faithful departed rest in peace, and rise in glory.